are Nadia
and Maria from language school Life Lab Diadrasi in Giannitsa.
and our podcast is about our biggest worry, our life as girls.
So, what it means to be a girl?
To be a girl, I think it is a very beautiful thing, and there is nothing better than womanhood. But sometimes it can also be very difficult.
I know what you mean, because many people judge women. Also, there are stereotypes about women, and there is a lot of overthinking that a girl does in a day. A lot of body shaming from people around them, and much more.
Yes, I hate body shaming.
What do you think body shaming actually is?
I think it is one of the worst things that a woman can face. It is the act of making inappropriate comments about the other person's body image. This can happen to both girls and boys.
But it is more common in girls. And I think the main reason this happens is because of the other person's insecurities and because they get comments about their own bodies and try to make themselves feel better by commenting and making fun of other people's bodies. But I certainly know this isn't the only problem.
Well, you are right, because another problem a lot of girls face is overthinking. You know, overthinking is when your thoughts and worries circle in an endless loop, instead of preparing you for next steps. Overthinking usually leads to inaction because it causes you to become overwhelmed by fear. So you gotta always think twice before doing something.
Yes, this can be really draining and a lot of people face this.
And even the slightest problem can turn into a big problem because of all the anxiety and overthinking you do.
Exactly, and this is so unbelievable. So, moving on, I would like to ask you a question.
Okay, shoot.
Have you ever thought that people pleasing can be considered as a problem on a girl's life?
Oh, really? I haven't thought about that.
It's like girls constantly drive to please others, even though it means sacrificing their own wants and needs in process.
Oh, wow. This is actually crazy.
I know, right? And I think this also happens because a lot of people see women as a very caring person and as a person that is willing to give everything for the others.
Oh, I also think that they do it so they don't get judged and get called names, just to be liked and to be on everyone's good side. In this way, most girls believe that they will be loved and cared for just by never saying no to anyone.
This is actually very sad and tragic. Earlier, you mentioned judgment, and I actually want to say a few things about this.
Yes, of course, go ahead.
So, I think the judgment that girls face nowadays is unbelievable. They get judged for even breathing at this point. You are skinny. Go eat a burger. You are fat. Go to the gym. You wear revealing clothes. You get called names. You decide to chase your career. You are a woman with no feelings and can't start a family. You decide to stay at home and take care of kids. You are too lazy to work and have no money.
Oh, I'm sure if we start talking about all of these, we would never stop.
Exactly. They are being judged even for their sexual partners. Like if you are sexually active with multiple people, you will get called names that I'm very ashamed to say.
And unlike boys, they actually get praised if they have multiple sexual partners. He thinks that he's so handsome that girls can't resist and at the same time will judge the woman for the same actions they do. It is unbelievable, really.
Exactly, my point.
Oh, and let's not forget about how men manipulate women into doing things they don't want to do.
Oh my god, yes, I totally forgot about that.
I actually think that the manipulation and toxic relationships start by the insecurities a man has.
Yes, exactly. I have heard many stories about girls not being able to go out with friends or wear whatever they want. And guess why this happens?
Because the man is afraid someone will take his girl.
Exactly, because he's not confident enough and thinks low of himself. He thinks that everyone will want his girl and he will not be able to protect her. So he limits her freedom to feel safe for himself, of course.
And to think these people actually exist and do this kind of things makes my blood boil. But in my point of view, I think that they express their love to her by doing all these things. They think they are loving her and protecting her, but in fact, they are doing the opposite.
And this is why it is so important to communicate with each other and be in a relationship only when you are ready, because otherwise it will go downhill.
The topics for these discussions are really never ending. I just remembered a feeling that is never missing in a girl's life: anxiety. What do you have to say about this?
Well, I think anxiety is a feeling that everyone have experienced. It is a feeling of fear, dread, and uneasiness. It actually causes you to sweat, feel restless, and really tense. Also can make you have a rapid heartbeat. It can be a normal reaction to stress.
Well, of course, this explains everything because we all know how much stress a normal girl has because of all the other overthinking and the other things we mentioned before.
Also, let's not forget about the stereotypes that surround women.
Oh gosh, how could I forget? Especially as women, there are a lot of stereotypes about us, like about our personality, about our jobs, and even physical strength.
Yes, women are often seen as this human being that are sensitive, supportive, kind, emotional, modest, and devoted. All these traits that I mentioned are considered as feminine.
And society thinks these traits cannot be found on men, which is why this leads me to the stereotypes about jobs. Women usually go for jobs like elementary school teacher or a kindergarten teacher, nurses, and jobs that only a woman can do. As for men, they build, drive, are architects, mathematicians, and more. Long story short, they do jobs that are only for men. And this is actually true because I've never seen a man as a kindergarten teacher or a woman drive these massive trucks.
Yes, you got a point there. And I think they choose women to do these jobs because men are seen as the bad ones, as people who have no feelings.
Exactly. Mostly men are associated with this anger and lack of compassion, and people think that they are not suitable for this kind of jobs.
But to be honest, it's not just men that don't know how to act around women. Sometimes we don't even know how to act around them. So it's not only their fault, maybe it's ours too. So this is how the life of a girl is.
And it's really sad that for many years we have been trying to stop all these stereotypes and all this hate towards women, and we will keep fighting for this, for our rights. So, girls, we got this.